Okay, guys, I'm live. Can you hear me? I don't see any text. Looks like there's a lot of lag time in this. Can you guys hear me? Is anybody there? I got you. What's up, Chuck? How you doing, William? Alex? What's going on, guys? Ron, how you doing? Can you see me? Thank you, Craig. I appreciate the feedback. I'm gonna wait for a few more guys to get in here, and then we're gonna start. This is gonna be Scratch Building 101 with me. I intend to be doing a build, and you guys hopefully will do the same build along with me. Are you guys up for that? Just trying to lower my phone there, guys. Hold on. All right. So, how you doing, bnsf 2011? Got a brother who not text unless something goes wrong. Okie doke. Anyhow, I have some good news to share with you guys. I don't know how well you all know about this, but Sparky's mom was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer a little while ago. And Sparky just posted a video with some really, really good news. And I tell you what, Sparky, you made me cry twice, and this time was the best. God bless your mom for kicking the cancer. Anyhow, I just wanted to get out there and say it because you are my buddy, and I just wanted everybody to know that your mom is doing okay. Anyhow, so my intention is to have you guys follow along on a scratch build. And today we're going to start with the very, very basics of scratch building and what you need to do a scratch build. So basically, I'm going to start showing you tools that we need. Okay? So hang on a minute. Hi, Ron. She talked to Sparky and making tears come out of my eyes still. They're good tears, though. They're good tears. Anyhow. All right, so we'll give you guys a minute or two to congratulate Sparky, send your best wishes to him, and then we'll start to get on with this show. Hello, Kevin. How you doing? They're good tears, Sparky. They're good tears. Yep. All right, I'm just reading your comments, guys. Yep, I think so, Bruce. Hello, Nancy. How you doing? Hi, Ralph. How's it going, buddy? Can you guys hear me okay? I had a couple of complaints on my last video that they said it wasn't very loud. I don't know if something went wrong during the rendering process or what. But anyhow, if you guys have anything to say about my videos, please tell me. All right, Sparky, thank you very much. Okay, so like I start to say, I would like to know how many of you guys would be interested in doing this on a weekly basis to scratch build one section at a time on the builds, and we'll see how it goes from there. And I don't know if I'm frozen on my end. I don't know if I am on your end. Hello, Jim. How you doing? Thank you, William. I appreciate the feedback. So we're going to call this scratch building with VPS, or Vinny Built Structures. And tonight we're going to start with the tools that we need. And by the way, I am going to give myself a plug here at the beginning, and I'm going to give myself a plug at the end. Any of the tools that I'm going to be showing you tonight are all on my Amazon page. So if you guys need to buy something, I would appreciate it if you go through my Amazon page. I'll make a couple of bucks off of it. So yeah, it would help me out. Okay. Anyhow, what I need to do right now is to get the camera facing down the desk and show you what we got going on here. So give me a minute and I'll put this down. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask. And you keep quiet, dear Roy. Yeah, but you don't know that for sure, do you? How you doing, Jerry? William? All right, so so anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and point the camera down at my desk, and you're going to see a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to do this 2 times. Yes, I did, Ryan. I got it, and I don't know if Monday or Tuesday is going to be good. We might have to make it later in the month, if you can. How you doing, Ron B? That's right, William. You tell them. We New Yorkers are going to stick together. All right. Enough of this. Let's get the camera down here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Now, problem is there's going to be so much lag on this that I'm not going to be able to see. I'm going to have to do that. All right, I'm not going to be able to see your comments right now, guys, so I'm just going to show you what we got going on here. Right here, we can use 2 different types of blades. I have a chisel blade and I have a regular blade. And every time you do a new project, always change the blade. It helps you out seriously. You can also buy a kit like this, which has all these different types of blades in there. But I also go ahead and buy these little tubes of blades. I got regular blades, and I got chisel blades, and all kinds of stuff in there. All right, the next thing we're going to need is some drawing utensils. Okay, I like using a mechanical pencil. Of course, you could use a regular number 2 pencil. And you'll need a compass if you're going to do some archways or whatever. An eraser is always good to have. Different lengths of rulers, okay? I've got a 6-inch. I've got a 12-inch. I've got an 18-inch. And I also got a 36-inch. And you'll be using those if you buy the big sheets of plastic from Home Depot or Lowe's or Menards or whatever store is closest in your area. The next thing we're going to need are some scale rules. This is an old end scale rule that I have for probably 20 years or so, and it's pretty banged up. And I needed an HO scale rule at one time, so I went ahead and bought this El Cheapo. I think this was $2. And I don't know how accurate it is, but what I like about it is on the bottom here, you got these guys to measure your doors to see if they work out okay. Let me do this here a bit. You're going to need some emery boards. I like the long pointy one here because you can get into smaller spaces, especially on in scale with the windows. And all the techniques I'm going to show you guys as we start building this stuff could be applied to any scale, okay? I got some mini files here. I got a couple of squares or triangles, whatever you want to call them, but they will come in very handy when you start doing your builds to make sure your buildings come out square. Various types of tweezers. And you guys that are married or have girlfriends and such, you might be able to get some tweezers off of them that they don't use anymore. Don't steal the good ones because you'll be on their crap list for the rest of your life. Anyhow, next, we got different types of masking tape. This is a 3M blue painter's masking tape, and this is a Tamiya. And these two I use when I paint. That's what I use to mask. This one is a Walmart special at 99 cents, and I use that when I do my mock-ups. Sandpaper. Wait, hold on. I have a couple of small 1/16 and 1/8 inch tape for small areas. And then some sort of sanding paper or sanding block. This one here is a 300 grit, and I use this for like almost the finishing touches when I do my models. Anyhow, we'll go ahead and move this little thing away, and we'll get the second one. All right, here's board number 2. Adhesives. I use several different adhesives, but the ones I use the most is this guy, the Model Masters Plastic Cement. Also, this is also another Model Masters cement, and this is used for when you do your windows. This dries clear. You can actually make a window with this adhesive right here. I've never tried it, but I know it works as far as when you glue the acetate into the plastic. I use Plastruct Plastic Weld. Not all the time, but sometimes I do. And then I also use Gorilla, the super glue, and this is a little thick. It's like a gel, and I like that. So anyhow, let's put these back in the box right here. All right, next we're going to need is this guy. This guy is a chopper, and it comes in real handy when you're going to be doing a whole bunch of cuts of the same size, and it just takes a single edge razor in here. And I got one of these on my Amazon page if you guys are interested and need one. A pair of scissors. I use the scissors for when I cut the mock-ups out. Some clamps, pin vise with mini drill bits. Plastic. For the first build, we're going to do it 2 ways. I do this on all my builds. I always do a mock-up, and I use this poster board to do my mock-up. And the reason why I use the poster board is, first of all, you can use a pair of scissors to cut out your parts, and second of all, it's cheaper to waste than a piece of plastic. We will be drawing on this, so if you guys want to get some of this poster board, go ahead and get some. Also, these signs right here. That's backwards, huh? Oh well, sorry about that. I can't do nothing about that. But anyhow, these signs you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's or Menards or whatever. I think in Walmart they're like 98 cents or $1.98. I don't remember. But this is the thinnest one that they have. It's probably about 10 or 15 thousandths. And it's okay if you're going to use that for a small build. Anyhow, I think I've covered most of the tools and stuff that you'll need. Of course, you probably have some different tools in your toolbox that would probably work just as well. So hold on a minute. Now let's spread this back out over here. And we'll come back to me up here. All right, so basically that's going to be the session for tonight. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, now is the time to ask. Yep, that's right. My picture seems to be frozen. Am I frozen to you guys? Do you still hear me? I think I have to refresh my page. Really? That's funny. Because I don't see nothing on my screen. All right. Well, it looks like everybody's saying they can hear me and see me, so I guess that we're good. Oh, wow. Cool. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate that. I don't have any special horns or bells or whistles yet, but yay for Bruce. Super chat, $5. Yay. Thank you very much, Bruce. I appreciate that. So, anyhow, like I said, I don't see myself moving here. It's kind of bugging me because I don't know what's going on. Martin, how you doing, Martin? All working down here. Very cool. I'm glad to hear that. It's funny. I don't. My page is totally frozen right now. No, no, I don't want one of those. I'll come up with something on my own. The thickness on the yellow sign is probably about between 10 or 15 thousandths. They do make them thicker, and you could buy the very, very large size, which I think is 14 by 22, and that's like $9, and that's thickest. I think that was about 40 thousandths. I think you're right, Ralph. I think 15 thousandths is correct. See the chats of people say while you're at work. Well, I'm gonna have to keep looking up. She'll make a liar out of me. What are you talking about, Sparky? I'm gonna go ahead and refresh my page a minute, guys. So hang in there for a second. I don't know, guys. I seem to be having problems on my end. I hope things are working out. I don't see no chat. I don't see any movement. So I don't know what's going on here. Got to realize, guys, this is only the second time. So you're saying that I'm moving. Everybody's saying you see me moving around and stuff? Because I don't see me moving around. I can see the chats. Yes, I can. On the side, just like everybody else. Okay, well, anyhow, if you guys have questions, now that I showed you the tools that we're going to need, we're going to have probably about 35 or 40 minutes of questions and stuff. Also, I want to mention that the buildings I do are pretty much on the modern side of scratch builds, because all the buildings here in Phoenix are modern. They're either concrete tip-ups, or they're metal siding or aluminum siding or stuff like that. So, with that being said, if you want to see somebody who's going to be doing a scratch build of a vintage railroad, go ahead over to Stu's Structures. He's going to be doing a building that you guys are really going to appreciate if you're into scratch building and vintage buildings. He'll show you how he's doing it, all the different research he comes up with, and so on and so forth. But my buildings, oh, Sparky. That's my horn. To save up my super chats, yeah, I don't understand. I still don't know how this is going just yet, you know. But I appreciate that, Sparky. Thank you very much. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, okay, so talking about Stu. Anyhow, he's going to be doing, he's just starting, he did his second video just a day or two ago. He's showing how to get all the research and stuff for the building that he's going to be building. And let me tell you something, guys, this building is very, very intricate. It's got a lot of different roof lines. It's got a lot of different windows. It's brick. I forget the year, but it was like early 1900s, I think. And Stu, if you're watching, please correct me on that. So, my buildings, when I come up with scale and stuff like that, is all I do is I'm able to drive to any one of the structures on my layout because they're all in the area that I live in. That's one of the reasons why I chose this area to model. My way of measuring stuff is I go to the building, let's say one building right behind me there is called Western Refining, and I want to know how long that building is. Usually, hold on a minute, Ron. Usually they have a tanker or two tankers parked on the side, and usually tankers are 50 feet. And I say, okay, I look at that and I say, well, you could fit two more tankers in there. So I built the building at 200 feet, 200 scale feet long. Yes, steel structures, exactly. Yeah, you guys got it. But anyhow, that's how I come up with my my measurements. And of course, when you're doing a scratch build, you could pretty much do any size you want, as long as it represents what you're trying to build. That's the most important thing. I asked you a question last week. What are the 3 tools that you have with you all the time? And a lot of you got the answers right. And it's your brain, your eyes, and your hands. When your eyes see something, it sends the information to your brain. And your brain computes it, sends it back out to your eyes and then to your hands so you can build it. Okay? Anything that you see, you can build. I have a request right now for somebody that wants a Whataburger build. And I'm going to do it. I've never done one, but I'm going to do it because I think it's going to be fun. It's something that I've never done before. Another one of my customers, I won't mention his name, but he sent me, he wants me to build a bulk cement loading deal for his layout. So we're going to do that. And at the same time, I'll build one for myself because I like the way it looks and I think it'll be just fine. So anyhow, what else you guys got? Come on, give me some questions. I told you, Sparky, you need to give me some kind of measurements to go with that. I'll do it, but I need to know. I need to know some sizes. I need to know something about it. Where's my other moderator? Hey, Roy, put Sparky on a timeout. You guys too much. But yeah, so what else? Let's see. Kevin Brown, do any of the glues you use require ventilation? I would always use a little ventilation. I'm used to it, so I don't. But if you guys are not used to it, yes, I would have a window open or some kind of a fan going. Yes, for sure. Or a respirator if you have one of those inexpensive respirators. You could wear one of those. Do you ever use 1x2x3 machine blocks for square? I would like to. I don't have any, but yes, those are very, very good to use to keep stuff square. Definitely. No, I don't use acetone adhesive. I think that was Craig. I think I missed that one. Yeah, thank you, Ralph. I put myself in the timeout. How could you do that? You're not even a moderator. That's funny. So, if you guys are interested in following along with this, sometime in the next few days, go to wherever you can get some poster board, and we're going to start drawing out a building. And we'll draw it to whatever scale you are modeling, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. Also, here's a question for you guys. You can do that too, Chuck. I've seen people use Legos for squares, and they supposedly work very well. What if you have a building that, let's say, is 3 inches wide and 6 inches long and 3 inches tall? How would you determine what scale that would be? Well, what scale could you make that? How you doing, Stu? I just told the guys about your channel, so hopefully you'll get some guys over there to check you out. I mean, Mark, sorry. And I knew that. I'm sorry about that. I don't know, guys. I've been frozen for like 10 minutes over here. I hope I'm not frozen on you guys' end. So, again, I'll ask the question. If you have a structure that you're building, what determines the scale? Now, the buildings could be the same square footage in N scale or HO. So what would determine the scale? Well, I'm going to take your word on that, Nick, because like I said, I don't see myself moving here. I've been looking down at my desk for the last 20 minutes. Kevin Brown, you get the booby prize. Doors and windows are what determine the scale of a building. Very good. So when we start doing this project, it's not going to be scale specific. It's going to be to whatever you guys model. So that's why we'd like you to get at least get the basics, a ruler, a pencil, a pair of scissors, and so on and so forth, and the poster board. And then we'll start drawing out a building. And you know, if you have an HO scale rule, fine. If you don't, it would be nice if you got one. Same thing with you guys that do N scale and O scale. I'm not going to leave you guys out. Thank you, David. I appreciate the feedback on that. So, what else? Pencils. If you guys would like to use colored pencils, you can do that too. I have some somewhere in my tool, amongst all my tools. Yeah, so the important things to have right away is going to be a couple of good steel rulers, a pencil, a pair of scissors, and that should do it. So can I do it then? since I'm the CEO here. Well, Grantline, Teacher Group, Rick's products all have windows and doors of different kinds. But I also heard that Grantline is going out of business. And that's not good for us modelers, because for us that don't have 3D machines, where are we going to get doors and windows from? I already said hello to him, Sparky. Thank you. I use a converter and a millimeter rule. Okay, yeah, you can do that. And it could be a pain in the butt, but yeah. And I'm telling you something, guys. When you're doing scratch builds, it's going to get frustrating. But when it gets frustrating, all you need to do is get up from the table, walk away, come back about 15 minutes later, and adapt and overcome. So how you doing, Chad? Nice to see you here. Glad to make it. Yeah, I'm hoping so, Stu, because teacher group I heard is also not in good shape. I heard, and this is all through the grapevine. I heard that they might be going under too, so we're really going to be in trouble. Yeah, they do, and I agree with you, Nicholas. I mean, yeah, that's between the two. That's where I get my windows and doors from. Yes, you can. If like I said, I have some of the stuff on my Amazon page. If you go to my Amazon page, it's in one of my all my videos in the Show More section. You'll see where it says Shop Amazon Shop BNSF. Just click on that, and it'll bring you to my page. Yes, your local hobby shop may have them also. Yes, yes, you can. In fact, I just put it on my page just 2 days ago. Mitchell, how you doing? Nice to see you here. Just get out of work, huh? Well, at least, yeah. Shapewear has some nice scale products, yeah, but I think they're a little bit high on their price. The last time I looked at some of their products. So yeah, so like what I'm saying is, we need to get going so we can still get windows and doors. That's a good question. BNSF 2011. I don't know. I suppose you could. Can you just take a picture and make scale model of it? You could do that. Take a picture and make a scale model out of it. But again, you have to know the dimensions of how big it is, unless you just want to build the building without any real prototypical measurements. Yes, you could take a picture and build it. But yeah, so and I mean, I could do that with your house, Sparky. I mean, I do have a picture of your house, but I don't have a picture of all four sides. And I would like to build it as close to prototypical as I can. Hello, Tom. How you doing? Go out in June this year. I must have missed that part of the conversation. I can't believe that I've been frozen on my end for all of this time so far. That's weird. If anyone's wondering, Toys R Us has train sets, 10 to 40% off. Yeah, High Torn? Who's Torn? Sweeter! We could estimate dimensions by looking at. You can, and the way I did it, like with a couple of my builds on my layout, is like I would go there, and if I would see one or two pieces of rolling stock next to it, and I could see that it could fit two more, then I know that that's going to be, it's going to be 200 feet long, and that's basically how I judge it. And if you got the room, you can do it to full 200 scale feet. But if not, you make it smaller, and you just make it represent the essence of the building that you're doing. How you doing, Lance? David, train time, is that American doors and windows or European doors and windows? Yes, yes, that's what I said, Sparky. You can do it that way. Yes, but you have to have some sort of sense of the dimensions. You need to know something about it. Yes, and that's a good way to do it, Mark. Very, very good. 3 feet by 6 feet 8 inches. Yes. So Stu, I told him. I keep calling you Stu. Mark. I keep telling these guys about your scratch build that you're going to be doing, and I told them if they're interested in see how all the research that you do is to go ahead over to your channel and check it out. And hopefully you'll get some of the guys to come over there and check you out and follow you along on that one also. I can't believe I'm still old. That's funny. Let's do it this way. There is a tool on Google, and I forgot the name of it, but you can actually put a pointer on one end of the building and pull it across to the other side of the building, and it'll tell you in real time how big the building is. Yes, and I just don't remember the Google site that you can go to get that. And if Sheldon from Q&E is watching, go ahead and post that up there so people can get that information. Press your play button. Oh, let's see if you're right. No, nope, it's not working. I don't know why. Oh well. I set myself up for that one, huh, Sparky? And by the way, you guys, if you don't know what the three dots are next to the person's name, if you click on that, if you haven't subscribed to these people, go ahead and subscribe to these people. I'm sure they all would love to have new subscribers on their channels. So, anyhow, you did, sir. I know I did. But you set me up on that one, Sparky, and I still need to get even with you now. Okay, so doors and windows will define the scale of the building that you want to build. Yes, you're right, Roy. But that doesn't tell you how long a building would be. I mean, you would have to do a lot of math to figure out how long a building would be just by using a 36-inch by 72-inch or 80-inch door. Yes, if you click on the three dots, you'll see you'll get a drop down, and on the very top, I think it says go to their channel, and if you watch their channel for a minute or two, if you like it, you can subscribe to them right then and there. It's pretty neat. What do I have in mind for us all to build? Basically, it's going to be 4 walls and a roof, and a couple windows and a couple of doors. Very simple stuff to get you guys used to using the knife and ruler and squares and so on and so forth. Once we accomplish that, we'll move on to something a bit more difficult. Something with different roof lines perhaps, or whatever. Well, it's not really going to be a shed. Miner's shanty or something. Yeah, it's just going to be like maybe a small office building or something like that. Yeah, it's not going to be nothing fancy, just something so like you guys can just get used to using the tools to make a structure. Basically is what I'm trying to get at. To use PVC pipe for tanks and silos. Yes, I do. In fact, that's my next project on the one I'm working on right now. I'm just trying to decide on what size I want the diameter to be. I always feel that any kind of an accessory you put to a building that's not part of the building should fit aesthetically. In other words, the silos can't be too big that they look awkward next to the building. I could send you pics of a firehouse if you want a challenge. Well, like money talks, that's what they say. Depends on how much time it takes me, I take skill wheel meter, that'll work too. Any way you guys can figure out sort of like an idea of how big the building is that you want to model will work. Like I said, I use box cars or tankers or whatever. The Mariani building, when I went there, they have 2-track that's in their facility, and they've got 6 cars on each track. So I know that that piece of real estate needs to be at least 6 cars long. And the building itself was only about 1.5 cars long. So I had an idea of how to build the structure. Yes, you do. You need to buy a poster board. If you don't have an X-Acto knife, you need to have, or a pair of scissors first. Some cheap masking tape. Poster board, pencil, rulers, cheap masking tape, and that's about it for the beginning. Yes, so yeah. Oh, hello from Kevin from New Zealand. How you doing, Kevin? Long time since I've heard from you. Good to see you here. Very good. All right, Mark. Sounds like a plan. And like I said, you know, you guys can come up with whatever sizes you want to come up with. I have no idea how big I'm going to make mine, and I'm probably going to make it so I can use it afterwards on my layout. So mine will be N scale. But again, it's the windows and doors that determine the scale of the building. Okay, Martin. No problem. You're excused. Oh wow, I can't pronounce that name. I think it's the same one that you couldn't pronounce there, Sparky. How you doing, Scrumptious Model Trains? Hot Rod Rodney, wrong person. Sorry. Oh, is Rodney here? Did I miss him? Hot Rod Rodney, are you here? Anyhow, so if you guys ain't got any more questions, just now's the time to ask. No, Sparky, it's whatever size you want to make the building. I will come up with a size. If you guys want to do that size and it would work on your layout, then do it the same size. But otherwise, you're to pick out your own dimensions. But they need to be where they look aesthetically good. In other words, you could have a building that's a square. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You could, but I think a more rectangular building would be better. It's Al. Wait. I lost that one. That is Al. Okay. I have not done that many. I did when I was before I had this house. I was doing some wood kits. They were really nice kits, but because I'm doing my layout and it's more modern, I got rid of all those kits basically. Wood kits are fun, I mean, but you need to be careful with those when you paint them and the amount of moisture they get because they could start warping on you. Who's flipping the bird? AJMAYOW. I'm sorry, sir. I cannot pronounce your name. But how you doing? How you doing, Richard? Nice to see you here. Made it here. I've been here for about 10 minutes, Vinny. Well, I'm sorry, Rodney. I missed you. This text is just flying by here. I can't believe how fast it's going by. I can't believe my pitch is still frozen. Damn. Okay, well, you're forgiven. Class starts at 8 o'clock, so if you want to get good grade, you need to be here at 8 o'clock. What camera, a computer, a cell phone would you recommend for somebody just starting out and making YouTube videos? My camera is not very expensive. My camera that I use for my videos is a Pentax, I think. No, it's hold on a minute. It's a Vero, and it is I forgot what brand it is, but it's an Vero. And let's see if I can get it in the picture here. Hold on. That's what I use. It's on a little tripod right now. But this only cost me about I think it was like 180 bucks from one of the department stores here, Walmart, and I've got it probably about 5 years, and it seems to be working pretty good. Also, my webcam is a Logitech. It's a C270, I believe, is what you're watching me on right now. And then I have my camera is a Sony Xperion, something like that. Let me see. I'm going to try and refresh my page again. Roy told me to do that. And I tried that already, Roy. It's not that I didn't try it. I did try it. And for some reason, it's just, I got a yellow triangle up here in my right-hand corner. And it says, verify your account. Why do I have to verify my account? New window, private, restore, zoom. Uh-oh. Yeah. I don't know why it's giving me this right now. Well, okay, it looks like I'm watching it on my XSplit screen, so I don't know. I can't see anything that's happening on the YouTube channel. All I can see is the comments at the bottom. Yeah, some of the new phones are really, really good. Roy, I'm impressed with Roy's phone. His phone takes awesome pictures and videos. But it's not on the it's on my menu bar. It's not telling me anything like that though. All right, well, I'll have to see what happened. No, it's not a red triangle. It's a yellow triangle with an exclamation point. That's for your super chats, the yellow thing at the top. So I am frozen on you guys now? Oh boy, this sucks. I don't know what's going on, guys. So are you guys not hearing me or seeing me move or anything like that? All right, Sparky said, yep, just froze. I tried refreshing it. It seems to be froze on XSplit also. No, that didn't work. It did not work. Is there a refresh button on the XSplit? Sorry guys, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why it's frozen. Even my XSplit is frozen. And I don't see a way to refresh that. Streaming live, YouTube live, da. Files, sources, outputs, extensions, tools. Guys, I'm really sorry about this. I don't know what's going on. Well, at least we got 49 minutes out of it. I think you're right. I think it's XSplit because now XSplit froze up. So maybe I should try and reboot this whole thing up again and see how it goes. Yeah, let me try that. I could sit here and watch these comments all night. All right, guys. I am going to try and start it all over.